Hey everybody. I really felt inspired today to share some things on my mind. I feel like the messages coming from Spirit lately are just so clear. What we call the way is actually a process of surrendering to love in every present moment. Getting back to the childlike, wide-eyed nature of what it feels like to know nothing in your mind and to greet each moment of life as carrying an infinite amount of possibilities, because it does. It's the process of taking everything that you've been taught and conditioned to believe is true and surrendering that in order to receive actual truth from Spirit in every present moment. It's laughter, it's wonder, it's awe, it's huge expectations, it's beauty, it's feeling gratitude for the smallest things, a butterfly drifting by, a puffy white cloud, making shapes, the effervescence of life pouring out, overflowing, unending in its joyful discoveries. Its energy of exuberance and majesty. It's the feeling of greatness and belief in all possibilities. We are so conditioned in our fear. We believe that our experiences of fear, the repetition of it, the lack, the violation, the control, the manipulation, the domination, means that this is just the way it is. But it's these patterns of belief that are woven throughout the neural pathways of our minds that keep us from experiencing our true nature. Wide eyes, uncontainable smiles, rapturous laughter, uncircumstantial joy, unbridled belief that life, that what we ask for, we get. This magical expectation of life, unconditional love. But the unlearning of all of our conditioning, it seems harder and more painful than our initial learning process was. And in my journey of unlearning, I need a lot of reminding to return to fun and playfulness and to be in my joy. I am a serious and deep person. That's who I am. And it's easy for me to get lost in the work of it and forget to play and enjoy life. And that's really the message from Spirit to me lately, is coming face to face with how much I'm in my suffering and how infrequent I am in my own joy. We have to do the work. We have to show up to the work. But it's the feeling and the experiencing of joy that makes the work worthwhile. We are so conditioned to believe that we are not in control of our own experience, that our lives are not our own, that our value and our purpose and our destiny lie in proving ourselves worthy to an entity outside of us. But the science of who we are and what God is shows us a myriad of different realities to see if we're looking for them. At the microscopic level, all of life shows that everything is light and darkness, spirit and matter, form and emptiness, together as one. Each can be experienced as separation, but the two polarities are simply two expressions of one whole. It's the one which holds all within all. We are created perfect, perfectly equipped right from the womb, with instincts and intuition, just like the rest of life, that instinctively tells us how to navigate each and every present moment. We are a part of Spirit, God, Creator, playing and learning and growing within the world of form. And most of humanity right now has forgotten that life is but a dream, and it's creating a collective nightmare we call reality, and pitching it to us all that this is all there is, asking us to buy more of that. But I ain't buying it. Our true nature is our own unique divine expression, coming into form to know itself as unlimited. Our true nature is incorruptible innocence. It's unlimited manifestation. Our blueprint is to surrender to life, to desire, to create from that desire, and to receive the joy of our experiences as powerful creators and the blessings that what we've created instills upon the rest of the world. Our true purpose is love and self-discovery, to manifest our own heaven on earth realities. But the truth of who we are and the way it can be, the way we can make it, gets lost under a sea of suffering and experiences that reinforce everything that we are not. And humanity is addicted to experiencing its own suffering in order to evolve. Although that has been the way it was, it doesn't have to be anymore. We are being invited into a new way of relating to God, to spirit, to ourselves, humanity, and to life. It's not a path of being against others or blaming someone outside of ourselves, some external person, force, governments, demons, for our experiences. It's a path of sovereignty where we learn to take full responsibility for both being present in our pain and aware of our internal separation that we've created, and fully present to embodying our divine nature that is always co-creating with God to create all of reality. See, we don't realize that we are already co-creating our experience of life. We think that it's something that's happening to us. Sorry, my hand's getting tired. We think it's something that's happening to us. But it's our belief that creates that experience. And that belief is way more evident in what we feel than what we say we believe. Belief lives in the unconscious mind. The more we become aware of what lives in our unconscious mind and bringing it to the conscious awareness, the more we have control over what we are creating in our reality. And when I say control, I'm talking about co-control, co-creation, co-laboring with God, with Spirit. It's not us in control. It's not God in control. It's both. It's Spirit moving through us. It's actually the process of surrendering and accepting what is, receiving our unique instructions from within from the Spirit of God speaking to us and following through with these divinely guided actions that radically shifts from thoughts that feed our emotions in unhealthy ways and our reactions to that. These are the things that are creating our experiences of limitation, of lack, that reinforce more of what we don't want to see. You know, everyone is talking these days about manifestation, about consciousness, in good or bad ways, whether you believe in that or not, or you think that's heresy or not the way of God. But God is actively creating with life and through life. And the road to shifting our trauma and our conditioning is full of death, rebirth, life, and more death, where we must become sober to how addicted we truly are to suffering, believing that we deserve it. That is the sin salvation paradigm, is the belief that we are worthy of punishment. And that this is the way to learn and to grow, is to die the way Jesus died, to sacrifice ourselves the way Jesus sacrificed himself. That's what we're taught. What Jesus accomplished on the cross was the other side of that. The resurrection into new life, embodying the divine nature. And Christianity is not following that loop to its full conclusion. I'm here to tell you there's another way. We can evolve and become spiritually mature through the experience of unconditional love, which has to come as an experience from within us. Yes, it's God, but it's coming from within us. Our internal connection with God. It has to be real experiences that are changing our chemistry. We can learn through the experiences of being in our own power, unapologetically, to desire, to plan, to create and experience the unlimited joy of our own nature as a creator. God is calling us into a higher reality of experience. You know, I'm not sure how anyone of any religious affiliation could possibly hope or believe that the radical change they are praying for is possible through the same belief systems that got us where we're at here. That's not even logical. And that's the illusion. And we have to face that illusion and break it down within ourselves, each belief one by one, each person one by one, to truly create a new reality, a reality that looks more and more like heaven on earth. This is the way that Jesus spoke about, that he embodied, that he demonstrated, the way that he is. But we are lost in the semantics of words from the past when we don't see that although there is a structure to the path, our navigation on it is unique to each of us. Which is why no prophet, no apostle, no book, no human outside of you knows your way but you and spirit within you. It's the human in you getting out of the way enough to let more of the divine you to shine through. Even if you're a Christian and you're listening to this, and you believe that humanity is not divine, you do believe that we are to be as Jesus was in this world, and he is divine. He is human and divine. So this all still applies to you. There's no getting out of you taking responsibility to embody your own divine nature, which I call sovereignty. Put on the finished man. Consider yourselves. Renew your minds. Instead of getting hung up on where the divine nature is coming from, through Jesus, through Buddha, through Spirit, through Creator, through Source, whatever. How about actually focus on embodying the divine nature, period? I wonder what the world would look like if you did. My job is to focus on my journey. Yours is yours. And I bless you in your journey to know yourselves as love, as unlimited creative power of the Holy Spirit flowing through your life to create heaven on earth realities for real.